Welcome to the Michelle and Ryan Show. Welcome to the Michelle and Ryan Show. Welcome to the Michelle and Ryan Show. Welcome.
Do you remember the first time that we met?
Yes, honey, I remember the first time that we met.
What was the first time that we met? What was it like for you, from your perspective?
From my perspective,
like what was the first thought that entered your head when I came in there all hippied out, dreadlocks everywhere? I was wearing a tank top.
Yeah. Chest hair just sticking out.
I did have the chest bush going, just peeking out a little bit in the top.
A little peekaboo.
A little bit. And probably didn't have much deodorant on.
If any.
No deodorant, really.
Yeah.
That was
Let's be honest.
Full-blown hippie phase.
Yeah.
But I used to wear this little acorn pendant that someone made me, and it was full of amber resin. And It was very potent. Mm-hmm. So it was a mix of BO and amber
resin,
which was more overpowering than the BO. So it was just my natural pheromones.
Yes.
Which probably is the reason that I got you to begin with.
Probably.
Because I opened your door to your store. And my pheromones just came in and it was like...
The wind behind you just...
Smack.
Yeah.
Is that what happened?
That pretty much sums it up.
Was it day one you saw me? What were you thinking?
How attractive you were.
That's all? You got them butterflies day one, or did it take day two?
No, I was having some butterflies day one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought that you were cute.
And I was trying to sell you crystals.
Well, not that day.
Yeah.
That day you were just in there.
Checking it out.
Checking something out.
Yeah, I was told to go there. They said, you should go down and check out this store. You'd really like it. Yeah. And then so I finally went, and then I opened the doors, and like, you know that scene from what is it, where the birds are like on Disney, where they're like
Snow White.
Was it Snow White? Yeah, it was like snow red. I could see these birds picking up them big red locks of yours. You're like,
what did
I'm Michelle.
All of a sudden I have an accent. A southern accent.
Welcome to God's blessing. No, you're probably more like, hi, welcome into my store. I remember it very vividly.
You do, yeah.
That moment,
I can tell. Yes.
Because I literally knew in that moment that you were going to be the woman that I married.
Oh, my goodness.
And I even went home and I told my roommates, I said, yo, y'all know that girl that be down at the store down there? That's not what I said.
Yeah.
But I did tell them, I said, hey, I think I walked in the door, threw my stuff down. I was glowing probably. And they're like, what's up with you? And I was like, well, I just met the woman I'm going to marry.
Oh, boy.
And then they all laughed at me.
Why?
And then one of them even said, she's way out of your league.
Terrible.
I know. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, well, I'll prove you guys wrong.
I'm gonna go after it anyways.
And here we are.
Yes.
Fast forward.
So
we started there. Mm-hmm. You fell madly in love with me.
You fell madly in love with me and then stalked me.
I didn't stalk you. I just came in to give you crystals that I dug.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, you want some of these crystals that I got? Smell my pheromones. Get that all out there.
Yeah.
I was like, rubbing those pheromones in there.
I like just knowing that the crystals that you gifted me that day were originally wrapped up in a gift bag, but then you didn't have the nerve to bring the gift bag in, so you took them out of the gift bag and brought them into the store.
Does that happen? I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yep.
Because I didn't want to make it seem weird.
Well, you didn't know how to carry them, and one of your roommates was like, "Put them in this gift bag."
Yeah, and I was probably like, nah, I'm not going to do the gift bag. That's too strong
Yep.
for seeing each other date number 2.
Right. Yes.
Then,
You didn't want it to look planned.
yeah. And then I think a little while went by of you stalking me
Oh,
on
gosh.
Facebook.
Stalking you.
Yeah, liking my pictures.
No, I don't think that was happening at all, honey.
What was the first time? Was the first time we hung out at that Buddhist trail? The Buddhist sanctuary? What is it called?
Nope. Yeah, that was the first time. That was
Outside of the store.
outside of the store.
I guess that's what I did. I went into your store, I looked around, and then I asked if you had something, more amber resin for my acorn
Right.
necklace, which you didn't have.
Which I did not have, no.
And then I kept coming back, being like, did you get that amber resin?
I was like, this guy again? Jeez.
That was my in, is to keep coming back and checking.
Yep.
And you were purposely not getting it, so I
Yep.
keep coming back.
Yes.
If you would have gotten it, I might not have coming back.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure that you would have.
Yeah, there wasn't much to do in that town. And then first date, I remember we went for a hike
Yep.
around this Buddhist sanctuary.
Yep.
And I remember there's this very delicate incline of a hill. It wasn't even much of a hill. But I reached out to grab your hand.
Oh, boy,
And then you
yes.
were like, shh.
Yeah.
And that was like our first contact of you reaching out like this.
This?
Yeah. And then I
Yeah.
was like, let me take your hand. And I helped you down that hill. And then you looked at me and I said, oh,
Oh, boy.
I got her. Reel her in. Time to reel her in. Got her.
Let me take her on this hike on this hot, sweaty day.
Yeah, and that was it. That sealed the deal.
Yep.
And then we started dating. And then things got really fun
Yeah.
because we
moved in to a tiny house together.
moved into a tiny house together.
A very tiny house.
Very tiny house.
Yes.
I'll actually, I don't have the image on me, but I'm going to put it up right here. Pause. This is the house that we lived in. I'm going to pretend it's right here because it will be after I edit this. But that's how small the house was. Super tiny.
I mean, if you look around this room, this could be the tiny house.
A little bit bigger than this room. So you would walk in this, it was like a cottage. And
Let's not get carried away with
the reason we moved in this is because Michelle was actively trying to sell her business, actually before we even met. And she was in the process of selling her home as well. So her condo sold before the business sold.
Right.
She had someone lined up to sell the business or to buy the business and the condo, and it was supposed to both sell at the same time. The condo ended up selling, but the business didn't.
Fell through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody backed out at the last moment. So then we had to stay in New Hampshire and figure something out until the business sold. Well, that's why we got into the tiny house. And that temporary...
We were like, oh, it's going to be so temporary. It'll be fun.
I know. 2 months max, 3 months. Because there was another person interested, I think, at the time, too.
I think so. Yep.
So moving to the tiny house.
Yep.
And we're like, okay, here we go. This will be like 3 months, and then we can hit the road.
Yep.
And then winter came.
Winter, and was that around when COVID started happening, or that was a little bit before?
I can't remember exactly. I know we did like 3 winters there.
No.
Yeah, at least
We
2.
I think 2 winters. Yeah,
think it
for
was
sure 2 winters.
2.
'Cause I remember when that second winter came, I was like, what are we still doing in this,
tiny house? And this thing is tiny. I mean, when I say it's not like these cute tiny homes that you see,
No.
now where like they have the upstairs little patio and it's all nice. No, this was like
This was like before tiny houses was like what everybody
this
wanted.
was like a camping cottage, but like an old camping cottage. So you walk in, there's literally you're right there. There's the futon that we were using.
Which we had to because you couldn't
fit a bed in
there. No.
And all of our stuff was packed up in storage at the time. So you get in, you get a futon. There's a refrigerator next to the bed.
Like a college dorm room
A little bit bigger.
Refrigerator.
It was like in between a mini fridge and a regular fridge. It was a mid fridge. One of them mid fridges.
Let's just say it had a small freezer and a refrigerator.
So, and then that was it. Very little. We had a dresser with the little TV on it, and that was all you could fit in that room. Just a little pathway to get around.
Yep.
And then the kitchen was not really a kitchen. It was like a little mini sink.
It was like a countertop.
Half a quarter.
Barely a counter.
Corner countertop.
Yes.
And you had this tiny sink, and then
just a sink,
a hot plate, which we would never use the hot plate because
that looked like a fire hazard.
Definitely a fire hazard.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I did buy a grill, and I did probably more grilling.
Lots of grilling
in 2 years than I have my whole life.
Yes,
which
were
is
definitely
nice.
A grill master.
Grill master 5,000.
Yes. By the time we moved out of there.
And then a teeny tiny bathroom. That was it.
Gosh.
So it was like 3 rooms, super compact, super tiny.
The bathroom was so small, impossible for 2 people to be in there at the same time.
And, remember the crazy neighbor?
How could I forget?
We had, I don't even know if we should talk about it. He's probably watching. He's probably figured out.
He's probably been following our every move since we left there.
He legit was eating squirrels, which is like not like, I mean, people eat squirrels, but I mean like he was eating squirrels instead of like going to the grocery store
down the street.
Yeah, and then like he was doing it, and then he was like setting these squirrel traps outside, and then he had this crappy grill, and I remember he just kept coming over, and thought I was going crazy because I'm looking at my grill brushes, and I'm like, what the hell? I was like, did I drink too many and come out here and like burn my grill brushes or something? No, he was coming over and stealing my grill brush to scrape up his squirrel meat off his little griddle. And then he was like telling me, he's like, yeah, I thought he was joking at first. He's like, yeah, you can eat squirrels. And I was like, yeah, you can. I've eaten them. They're not particularly my thing. But he's like, well, I've been getting them.
Oh my gosh.
So he was living off squirrels.
Yes.
By necessity. Not even necessity.
Yeah. I think just by choice.
Yeah.
He was choosing to eat our neighborhood squirrels.
Yes.
It was like a little, what would you call it? A little community of tiny houses where we were.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So there was a handful of us that all kind of
characters
lived together, and I mean, I imagine what they were saying about us.
Yeah. Look at those people. Why aren't they eating squirrels? What's wrong with them? I see them coming in with grocery bags. You got free meat right out back. I do miss our other neighbors, though. They were cool. They had all types of... They were always working on some type of vehicle. Race cars, yeah.
I mean, kind of race cars.
Yeah.
Homemade race cars.
All right, you convinced me. Let's move back to the tiny house.
Actually, those tiny houses have been completely revamped now.
Yeah, that's true.
They are
nice.
Airbnbs.
Now they're actually nice.
Yes. I mean, people could go and stay in our old tiny house for an Airbnb.
I don't think anyone wants to.
I don't know. It looks really nice online now.
Jeez.
They did put an addition on the front.
Yeah.
So they expanded it a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't miss those days. Well, I did like it.
You loved it.
I liked it
was a struggle for me.
Well, that's when COVID did hit.
We were there I remember being there when COVID hit.
Yeah, and then we got everything got shut down because I was doing audio production, concerts and everything, and we got shut down. We were the first industry to get shut down. So I was out of work for a long time, and I didn't get any of that COVID money that people were getting because I was a subcontractor. So I wasn't approved for any of that kickback. So I remember taking the last little bit of what I had and sinking it into a little forge, and I was just out back in my tiny house. I had this little shed, and I was just making knives, selling knives.
Everyone loved your knives.
Cranking beers, making knives.
Not eating squirrels.
Grilling. Gosh, it's kind of crazy to think about.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were there for
a long time.
2 years.
I remember two winters, and I remember the snow. I remember opening the front door, and the snow plow came through and decided to just plow us in. So when I opened the door, it was like
he probably didn't see the house.
It was up to my chest with snow, like a full on hard packed snowbank. We couldn't even get out of the house, so we had to shovel from the inside outwards to get out.
Yep,
that was crazy.
That was crazy. We always do say though that tiny house really made our relationship super solid.
Yeah, because if we live through that, we can live through anything.
Oh my gosh, yes,
it was a lot.
Yes, we were very close.
Thankfully, that was at the beginning when we were still in our happy honeymoon phase. Because if we were to do that now, you'd probably kill me.
I might. I'd be like, we're in a tiny house. Why do we have 100 boxes of comic books?
Yeah. My comics are getting up there, huh?
Yeah, well, it makes you happy.
Yeah, but then we ended up moving down here and started selling crystals. We were selling crystals at your store, but not the level we were doing down here. We started doing the live shows in the living room, and then next thing you know, we had people buying rocks, more and more rocks. Our Facebook page kept growing, and then next thing, we were literally in our living room. We'd set up these tables, and we'd probably sell 50 rocks at a time, which was a lot.
And this is during COVID, shut down COVID.
Yeah, and this was a lot. When we had 50 rocks on the table, that was all the crystals we had, whether we dug it or whatever, sourced it. And it was we were freaking out that we had 50 rocks. And I remember the first time we actually almost sold the whole table. We were oh my God, we just sold all these rocks. What are we going to do? We don't have any more rocks to sell.
Oh my gosh.
And then it kicked off more and more, and then we just kept organically growing, and then 50 rocks became 100 rocks, then 100 rocks became 150 rocks.
And then we needed a place to do packing and storage. And
yeah, because we were literally setting up in the living room, doing the show, and then the next day we'd bring out all the tables, and then we'd have to do all the shipping and packing, and then at the end of it, we'd have to pack everything up and put it away, and it was crazy.
It was crazy.
Yeah. So we eventually got this tiny little shop, which we're still in today, but at the time...
We're attached to it now.
Yeah. At the time, we just needed a space to ship out of.
Yeah.
And so we moved in. Well, first of all, it was next to where her brother was working. And he's like, well, I think there's some storage space next door to where I am if you guys want to check it out. So we checked it out. This whole building was flooded. All the ceiling was totally gone. The light, nothing worked in there, and the floor was completely flooded, literally. So,
and of course, we looked at it and we're like, "This is great."
We're like, "We can clean this up."
We just need some racks in here.
We even went to the landlord, and he looked at us. He's like, "Why the hell y'all want to rent that?" And I was like, "We just need a space, cheap to throw, to do some shipping out of." And he was cool,
super cool. We loved that landlord.
Yeah. And he let us literally come in, and he's like, whatever you want to do, I'll pay for the material, but the labor's on you. So we went in, we cleaned it up, we literally put a ceiling in, fixed all the lighting, did everything, and then we finally had a nice little place to ship out of.
Yep. Ship
and have our stuff.
Store stuff. Yep.
And then slowly but surely, people were local who were buying from us, and we're like, well, don't pay for the shipping, just come pick it up here. And then soon a few weeks passed, and then word of mouth started spreading, and then people were knocking at our doors being like,
I heard you sell rocks in here.
Yeah.
So eventually we said, come on in.
Yeah, come on in, dig through these boxes of rocks.
Yep. So then we were doing open houses like once a month, one weekend a month, something like that.
That's how we started. We like would set it up.
Feels like forever ago.
Yeah, we bought like these cheap curtains to like hide the
mess.
shipping mess.
Yes.
And then we were like, oh, come in for open house weekend. And it was crazy.
Yes, it was crazy.
It was like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, totally bananas.
Yes, the entire time.
And then we really like sold out of like almost all of our inventory. And that's after that first open house is when we're like, okay, this is now full time.
Right, we have to figure something out here.
The rest of our lives, what we're doing.
Yep.
And here we are. Fast forward.
Yep.
Owners of Smoky Ridge Rock Shop.
Yeah, we've expanded to the other side so we could hide our mess on one side and have the store on the other side.
Yeah, still kicking. It's been really cool, though. We've been able to travel pretty much everywhere together from it, whether we're digging or just going to the gem shows. It's been pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've always wanted to travel my whole life, so it's cool that we actually get to travel on our own terms. Before, I used to do a lot of traveling when I was doing the audio stuff, and I'd do tours, but you don't actually get to experience where you're going. It's more of like you go in for a show, you load in, you do the show, you break down 16-hour days sometimes, and then you're literally, after pack up, you're getting in the truck and you're sleeping until you wake up somewhere, you get Dunkin' Donuts in some other state, and then you're right back to work. So you and I being able to go around and travel together and has just been really cool. We actually get to experience it. We're on our own time frame now, which is great.
Yeah, so nice.
We've been pretty much all over the U.S. So pretty cool that this is our lives. We worked our butts off for it, but it's pretty cool that we're here. And now
we're here
in the new podcast studio, which is finally ready.
Yes, it is very ready.
I keep saying like, it's ready.
It's
almost.
ready, but it's
just
ready,
need
but
a couple more $100, couple more $100, another $1,000.
No, it is done.
Now it's done.
Yes.
Officially done.
Yep.
Done ski.
You walk in that door out there and it feels so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're done ski.
Yeah. It has a great vibe out there.
Almost ready to open doors.
Almost.
Well, pretty much ready to open up doors. Just got to get people here.
Yep.
But yeah, lots of exciting things.
Yes.
Now we're getting married. We're getting all this
Oh, yeah, that's
done.
happening too.
And we did find a photographer, videographer.
Yes. Hooray.
Thankfully.
Who we love.
Yeah.
We probably would have a DJ, but Ryan puts him through this like interrogation / interview process. So as of right now, we do not have a DJ.
If you do not have a good DJ, you do not have a good wedding.
I understand.
And our photographer, videographer is going to be awesome. So we need to be.
Yes, I'm so happy with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to have a drone. We're going to have multiple cameras. We're going to have Facebook Reels. We're going to have the whole 9 yards.
Yes. Yeah.
Our DJ's got to match that.
Yes. The last DJ Ryan that spoke to on the phone, when he hung up, he said, I think he's going to send us a quote and we'll take it from there. And I was like, we're never hearing from this man again. And we've never heard from him again.
No, I think I scared him.
Yes.
Well, it's tough. There's a lot of DJs out there. Same with the photographers. There's a bunch of photographers with cameras that don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of DJs that just have a laptop, a little controller, and a couple of lights and think they know what they're doing. And sometimes they don't.
Then they meet Ryan, who wants to know, well, what size are your subwoofers?
Well, yeah, I don't want little dinky subwoofers. I want to be going in there like, not like, I want to be like,
oh, yeah. Okay.
drop it low, price. This man just moment. Nice transition like that. That's what I want.
Yes.
Good DJ.
Yep. Lots of great transitions.
And then being like, this magic world, shop a bottom jean, boots with the fur. And then Shell's come back, oh, that's my song. Woo.
Oh my God. Our moms will be out there.
It's going to be a fun time.
Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. We just have all these little things we have to hurry up and take care of so that we can wrap it up.
Yep. October is coming around the corner, though, really quick.
I know.
I'll be here soon.
Super quick. The other day, we didn't even know it was St. Patrick's Day until somebody told us, just because we've been busy.
Every day we got something going on, so it's even to get in here to do our podcast has been a little tricky, but
we've made several attempts.
Yeah.
And then we'd get here, get involved in something else, and then before you know
a lot of it, we're still setting up the studio. Now it's good to go. So we're here. We even got a coffee maker. So
that was on Ryan's list. Can't open until my coffee maker is delivered.
Well, I want guests to be comfortable. So when people come in, we're gonna have coffee. We're gonna have sodies. We're gonna have good water.
Oh, thank God.
I even got a fan in here. Where's my remote? I'm about ready to turn that on. Oh yeah, right over there. Yeah, let me see how it feels with the fan. I wonder if you can hear it. It's supposed to be the quietest fan.
Is it on?
Shh.
Oh. Mm.
Is it on?
Oh,
I don't know because it's so quiet.
I don't hear anything.
I can hear it. I can't tell if I can hear it in the microphones or if I can hear it outside. Very subtle, though. It's almost soothing.
Oh, it adds to the atmosphere of relaxation.
Yeah, it's almost as soothing as my voice.
Oh. Whoa.
Relax. Soothing Whispers by Ryan.
Is that what that was?
Yeah, it's going to be my next YouTube channel where it's just all audio.
Oh, just
I invite you to relax.
Ryan sound effects.
Close your eyes. Do it with me. Nice meditation.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
People usually pay for this. You're about to get one free.
Oh, boy. I'm so lucky.
Close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Shut your mouth. You're really throwing me off the vibe right now.
That's how you talk to people.
Yeah.
Close your
it's
eyes,
all part of the program.
Shut your mouth.
And we're breathing.
Mm-hmm. Breathing.
And now.
Oh my God.
Don't you feel like a new woman?
That's the breath of fire or something, isn't it?
You feel more.
I mean, it has definitely rejuvenated me. Woke me up a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Got your chakras all in line.
Aligned.
They were like a little out of place before
They were
that.
a little zigzag. Now they are straight.
Right on the money.
That's right.
I told you I'm a pro.
You are amazing.
It'll be $50. All right.
Yep.
We have been fooling around on the show, but eventually we are going to get serious. We're going to have some cool guests coming on. We're going to start bringing in the third, fourth people, interview styles.
Yes.
That should be fun.
We have some people lined up.
That
we are excited about.
Don't want to spoil anything, but we're going to get into this. We're just kind of kicking this off.
Yep.
This is episode 2, and we'll be soon on all podcast platforms, Spotify, iTunes Store, whatever iTunes is now, all that stuff. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our episode of the day because it's getting a little late around these parts.
We got a boogie.
All right. Well, thanks for joining, guys. We'll catch you later.
Bye.
Peace.